Yeah, I'm able to see the screen.
All right.
Perfect.
So, see, last class we have completed about the Weblogic server introduction part. So today we'll see we are moving to the Linux part actually. See, after you set up the Linux
Okay.
environment, it would be like this actually. You can enter that. You can click on that username and provide the password, root password. Otherwise, username and password. So to log into the Linux console or into the Linux. Right. So once you log into the Linux console, generally it would be look like this actually. See, the moment you click on here, my computers, and you can find the file system here. You cannot have any drives here. So everything which is keeps under the file system only. Okay, like all the files and
Okay.
directories. So in Linux, each and every file and as well as directory, everything which is treated like as a file only, which is keeps under the file system. The root is the topmost directory in the file system. Let us we will be able to discuss what is the file system and what are those directories generally which indicates. Okay, right. So what is a file
Okay.
generally? What is a file generally? A file is nothing but generally it is going to store the related information uh, in a given name. So that is what we can call it as file. File system means generally, so it is a collection of files and structure on a physical or logical media. So under that it has going to be stores everything. Okay, so in Linux generally everything is treat like as a file only, like directories and as well as hardware devices and everything is treated like as a files only. In the Linux file
Okay.
system, the topmost directory is a slash actually. Slash is the topmost directory in the Linux or Unix file system. So it is called the root direct. It is a root directory. It's a reference point of the entire file system. Generally, system administrator or Linux administrator can log into that this root directory and will do that system administration activities. All the directories generally which are going to be placed under this slash directory, and this is root. So slash root means generally what it does. This is what default home directory. Generally, this is the default home directory of the root, and generally system admin can log into this directory and can do the it can able to do the or he can able to do the or all the system activities generally. Slash home generally it contains all the home directories of all users generally. Whenever you create any user by default, which is going to be created under the home only, all users. Okay. So just like my documents and settings in the Windows, similarly like that slash home here. And slash boot generally, I'm getting some noise here from your side. Please make it clear. Okay. Slash boot generally.
No, there is no noise. No, from my side, nothing is there.
You can hear from
Is
the
it okay?
now you can hear from the recordings whenever I send you. Okay. Now, okay, right. Slash boot generally it contains the kernel related files actually. So it is a code of the operating system. While you are booting the operating system, generally all the files which are going to be invoked from the boot directory. Proc directory generally which contains the all special case directories. Generally, this directory which contains the running system information. Has been important interview question. What is SBIN? So SBIN means a system binary generally which contains the essential commands which are executed by using the root only, right? So all the commands which is
Okay.
executed by the root only, those corresponding the commands generally which is available under the SBIN, generally those commands only which is executes under the SBIN. Then bin generally, bin stands for the binary, which contains the essential commands which are executed by the all users. Okay, anybody can log into the Linux, then they can execute like PWD, cat command, and all those which you can call it as normal commands. Those corresponding commands, those commands generally which are going to be available under this bin directory. So most of the interviews generally they will ask the question like this: what is the difference between the SBIN and bin? Right? So what is the difference between
Yes.
SBIN and bin? So USR directory generally stands for the Unix system resources. Generally, it contains the programs and applications which are available for all users. Then coming to the VAR generally it stands for the variable, so which contains the information about all the hardware devices. Slash dev generally stands for the device, which contains the information about the hardware devices. Slash etc generally which contains the data files, system data files, in other words generally configuration file, and nobody can touch this slash etc directory generally. OPT generally which contains the generally OPT stands for the optional, so generally which we can able to contain all the optional files and directories. all the optional softwares which you can able to understand, which you can able to install under the OPT directory. Example, OpenAPIs and antivirus, and as well as even Weblogic also you can able to install under the OPT directory also. All the optional softwares which you can able to install under the OPT directory. And slash media generally, it is a default mount point for the removable storage media such as like CD-ROM, DVD, and as well as the pen drives. For all those, slash media is the default mount point. Slash temp generally, which contains the temporary files. Whenever you start the Linux operating system, automatically which has going to be creates. Whenever you shutting down the operating system, automatically which has going to be deletes those files from the Linux or Unix system. Understood? And slash inventory generally it is the mount point generally, So whenever you share the directories, all the directories which are going to be available under the slash inventory, slash HGFS under this directory. This is about the, if you go to over there, file system directory structure, okay, all the directory structure.
Okay.
So in that, definitely ask, they are going to be asked one question called, what is the difference between the bin and spin? It's important interview question that is. So then after slash etc and as well as USR and OPT directory. So those directories generally they will ask, so where did you install and all that kind of stuff. This is about the Linux file system. So then after that, so where I need to be work after I completely know about the Linux file system, where I need to be work actually, or where I need to be execute all the commands. I need to be know right. So you need to be go to the
Yes.
application, generally go to the system tools. There you may have the terminal. You can open like this also. Otherwise, right click and open in a terminal. You just open like this, right? What is a terminal generally?
Oh,
So terminal is nothing but what it is a user's workspace where user can execute all the commands, right? That is what we can call it as terminal.
yeah.
So how I can
Yeah.
come to know? So what is the default terminal name generally? Command is TTY. So TTY generally it has not represents the default terminal name. And so the moment you log into that admin console, Linux console, and open the terminal. So what is this actually? Dollar prompt, right? By default here. Dollar is nothing but
Yes.
dollar prompt is nothing but what it is a normal user prompt. Anybody can log in, and it is the normal user prompt for any user actually. And like so bin under the bin related commands you can execute under the dollar prompt only, right? So su command generally,
Yes.
su command switch user one user account to another user account, otherwise from current user to specified user you can switch. Syntax su space username, example root, enter and password. So I am shifting. See earlier it was Linux, right? Now it is root, right?
Yes. And you are
So
switching to root.
root again, this prompt also was changed to that hash actually, which is changed to that hash. Hash is nothing but
Yes.
administrative or root or system prompt. So this is also into question, what is the difference between the dollar and as well as the hash? So what is the difference between the dollar and hash? Dollar is nothing but normal user prompt, hash is nothing but system admin or root prompt. So how you can able to switch normal user again? Su space username. Then you can switch to the normal user from root to normal user. So this is about how you are going to be switching one user account to other user account. Then normal user to how you can able to switch. Then single dot
Now the
generally
dollar is sorry to interrupt you, Madhav. The dollar is a normal account. How we can say dollar is a normal account
normal
or
normal
system
normal user prompt.
normal user account. Okay.
See, whenever anybody can connect to the Linux system means normal default prompt is what? Dollar
Normal
prompt
user
only.
account.
Dollar prompt
Normal.
only. And the root
Yeah.
prompt
Okay.
means generally what will happen. So whenever you're switching to the root user generally, so any command you can
Okay.
execute under the root on the Linux operating system, but dollar you cannot execute all the commands.
Yes.
So that's why we can call it as system admin or root or generally administrative prompt as. So dot generally dot is nothing but what it refers to the current directory. So whenever you want to execute the scripts under the current directory, you have to be issued before that dot slash sample dot sh like that. Double dot generally which refers to the parent directory. So whenever you want to execute the under the parent directory files, you have to be given double dot actually. This is about the double dot and the single dot. And the navigation commands generally cd space enter means you'll go to the current logged in user's home directory. Cd space hyphen means it is just like undo command. You'll go to the previous working directory. Cd space directory means you can change the directory from current directory to the specified directory. Cd space dot dot means you can come down one level back. Cd space dot dot slash means two level you can come down. Like that, how many levels you want to come down at the same time, you can specify and you can come down back. And cd space slash, you can shift to the root prompt. Let's we see all those. And pwd means, so it is going to be displaying the present working directory where you are currently. See.
Okay. So some disturbance is coming, Madhav, from. Sure. Now you can hear me now clearly. I think you can able to hear me, right?
From your side or from my side you are asking?
From my side, are you clear?
So now I don't. I'm not getting any disturbances from.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay.
Right. So this is what actually PWD. So it is going to be displaying the present working directory where you are currently, that it is going to be displaying. So then after that, generally what I need to do, cd space dot dot. I just come down one level back.
Okay.
See, earlier I am in a desktop, right?
Yes.
Cd space hyphen means I can get back to the previous working directory. Wherever I am doesn't matter. So I'm going to the previous working directory, just like I do. Right.
Okay.
So this is about cd hyphen and cd space dot dot. I came and cd space directory name. You can go to the specified directory, and
Okay.
cd space slash. I just came to the root directory. See, clear, right? I
Yes.
want to come down more than one level back. Like how many levels you want to come back, you can. That is depends on your requirement. You can specify 3 levels. I came back at the same time. Like so, these
Yeah.
are about the navigation commands. Okay. And what I need to do
Okay.
generally, cd space enter means I'm just cd space enter. I'm just going to that. See, I went to the current users login home directory generally. That is what current users home login directory.
Okay.
So these are the navigation commands. Then after that, how you can able to get help about the commands generally, each command. So go to over there generally, you can come to know about the help command generally, man space command name, PWD. So it has going to be displaying about the command description, and as well as options, and as well as so all the manual it has going to be displaying about the command. So press Q, you can come out from the manual. This is about how you are going to be getting the manual about the command generally. So then after that, the other way of getting that, command help space command generally. This is also you can able to get second way of getting the help actually. Command space help. Go to over there.
Okay.
PWD hyphen. Otherwise, so it is also will display the same thing. Okay. About this command actually. Info about the command. So to come out, you can type the Q. So to quit. This is about you can come to know the manual or about the command and what are the options which is associated with those commands actually, specified command. In this way, you can able to come to know the help about the commands. The main command is man space command name. You can get all the manual about that command. Then to come out that manual, you can press Q. So PWD, which we
Okay.
have seen, present working directory. PWX means generally which we can able to see in the process related commands. But PWX means, see, PWD means it has going to be displaying the present working directory, right?
Yes.
PWX means generally it will report the current working directory of processes. What are the current directory, working directory processes, running processes? It will display. So PWX space PAD. So syntax. In some interviews, they'll ask the differences between the PWD and PWX. This is another interview question generally. PWD, which is going to be displaying the present working directory where you are currently, and PWX means present working directory of your processes. How many processes which are going to be running under the present working directory, it is going to be displaying under the PWX, right? So syntax
Okay.
means
Yes.
PWX space PAD. So this is again interview question generally. What is the difference between the PWD and PWX? And these three commands
Yes.
generally, it is going to be recalling all the previous commands generally. So how many commands you have typed under your specified user generally, it is going to be displaying all the previous commands generally. See example, history. It will display all these previous commands, whatever you have typed till that, okay? So what I need to do,
Okay.
I want to redirect those files or those all commands into that some text file generally in specified path. Okay.
Okay.
And just enter. Go to the desktop and check it. Somewhere Linux commands. See, Linux commands list all the commands. How you are going to be redirecting to the some text file all the commands. Okay. And
Yeah.
so another important intro question: how to clear the history generally? History. Hyphen C. It is going to be clear. There is no command which is available in history, right? All the commands which are going to be cleared in history for the specified user, for the particular user. That is about the
Okay.
history command. Next, clear command generally which is used to clear the screen. So you can type the complete word clear. Otherwise, you can use a shortcut called Control L also. Exit means we can exit from the console, Linux console, and as well as session, remote session.
Okay.
So this is otherwise you can use the Control L also. Anyone you can use. Exit means you can exit from the terminal, and as well as remote session.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes.
So then after that we are just moving to the other command called ls command. It's important command generally. So ls command generally which is used to list the files under the current directory, right? Normally it is going to be list the
Yeah.
files under the current directory. Go to over there, ls. See, it is going to be listing all the files and directories under the current directory, right? ls space
Yeah.
hyphen l means it is going to be displaying in a long list format. It will display what type of file it is and what are the type of permissions which contains each file and directory. It is going to be displaying. See, these are the file permissions and this is type of the file system generally, right? And
Yeah.
how much space it is, everything which is going to be displaying actually. Let's we see what are the types of files which are available and how we can find out the file system actually, type of the file. So there are following type of files which are available in the Linux. The first one, whenever the file which is going to start with a regular file, hyphen. The file start with the hyphen. Generally, we can call it as regular file. In the sense, text file. So we can whenever you can start the file, whenever you can start with the hyphen. Generally, we can call it as regular file.
Okay.
Second one, directory. Generally, whenever it has going to starts with the D, generally we can call it as directory. And whenever it has going to start with the C, generally you can call it as character device files. Example like standard input, standard output, and standard error. And whenever you start the file type with the B, generally we can call it as black with special files. Example like ODISC and all the special blocks, specific blocks. And whenever it has going to start with the P, generally which we can call it as FIFO files. And whenever we are going to be communicating between the two processes running on the same machine. And socket files means it may be in a different machine you are going to be communicating. In that it is going to be, indicates the file type yes. The file type whenever it is going to start with the yes means socket files. Then file type it is going to start with the L. Generally we can call it as symbolic files. In the sense the link or pointer to already existing to a file. These are the type of the files which are available in the Linux generally. So how you can find out type of the file system generally? We may have the command called file. Okay. So by using the file command, which we can able to
Okay.
come to know the type of the file system. See, dfile. What is dfile? It is dfile is a directory, right? How we can come to know?
Yes.
Space hyphen ltr. See, what is the d files? Whenever the file it has going to starts with the d, we can call it as directory, right?
Yeah.
File. What it is? Directory. Able to see, right?
Yes. Yes.
So file. What it is? Text file.
Text files.
How we can come to know? It's XML file. It is showing, right?
Yeah, it's showing some.
And next, I need to go with some tar file generally. See, the compressed data which contain, so it is nothing but what zip file just like, okay, like how you can come to know the type of the file system by using the file command. All the type of the file systems, okay, what kind of file it is you want to know, use the file command and you can come to know. So this is about ls space -l, in the sense it is going to be displaying the files and directories under the specified directory or under the current directory, including the file permissions and type of the file system. And what my requirement generally, I want to display sort by modification time, right?
Yeah.
Sort by modification time. Generally, which one is accessed recently that you can get on the top. See, by default, generally what will happen, Linux, it is going to be displaying ascending order. I want to display in a descending order actually, okay? Linux which is going to be
Okay.
displaying in a ascending order. ls space -ltr, or means reverse order. It is going to be displaying in a descending order. So like this. Understood? So this is how
Yeah.
you are going to be working with ls space -ltr. Then after that, generally ls space -a. So in the sense, it is going to be displaying, so including hidden and non-hidden files. How you can able to display the both hidden and non-hidden files? ls space -a. In the sense, it is going to be displaying the hidden and non-hidden files. See, in Linux, whenever the file or directory which is going to be starts with a dot file name, you can call it as hidden file or hidden directory. So whenever you use ls space -a, it will display both hidden and non-hidden files, right? Including non-hidden
Yes.
file also, it is going to be displayed. See, next what my requirement is, I want to, display the size of each file, how much it is allocated, right? Size of each file in a blocks, how I can able to display, right? ls space
Okay.
-ltr small s. See, left side it is going to be displaying the size, but it's not. I'm getting same again, nice, Mr.
Noise you are getting.
Something like that, some noise, right? So what it is indicates this command generally, it is going to be displaying the size of each file generally. It is in a block generally. So what I need to do, ls space -ltr. S means generally normally size. Generally H means human readable format. See, MBs and like that, it is going to be displaying the kilobytes and MBs. Then after that, what I need to do generally, I want to display M. In the sense, it is going to be displaying in a MBs. Then after that, what I need to do, I want to display each file. I want to display the file and directory, based on the size. In the sense, I need to be sort based on the size. Capital S.
Okay.
See, why it is displayed on the list, on the bottom generally by default, which displays the ascending order, right? But I use R, in the sense reverse order, from which is having the
Yes.
highest space, highest size, that is displaying on the last, and the next size like that it will go. So this is about very very important entry question. All this, how we can able to sort based on the size, and how we can able to display the type of the file, size of the file in a each file, each size of the file, and all those. ls space -u generally it
Okay.
will display the based on the last timestamp, time or last access time. ls space -d it is displaying only the directories, and ls space -f generally it will display the only files. ls space -a generally it will display the inode number. Important interview question: what is inode number? See, in Linux, each and every file and directory which is indicated, and as well as which is associated by using the unique inode number. Each and every file and directory. So in the Linux file system, it is going to be stored with unique inode number. Then now we can come to know that unique inode number of each file generally, right? ls
Okay.
space. I use enough generally. L I am just displaying. See, left side you may have that inode number, each file inode number generally. So ls space -l or ll, both commands are same. Both it is going to be displaying the same output. Okay. ls space
Okay.
-l or ll, both are displaying the same. same output only. So this is about ls command. Then after that we are moving into that environment related commands generally. Host name, in the sense in Windows generally how you can come to know the computer name. So by right clicking on the my computer and go to the properties, right? So there you can come to know
Yes.
that computer name. So generally even in Linux also, which we may have the command called host name generally, name of the server that you are working on, so that it is going to be displaying. Host name -d generally it is going to be displaying the name of the DNS domain, and host name hyphen it is going to be displaying the default IP address and as well as loop backs. Go to here, host name. This is what default host name. Host name -d. So this is what DNS name. Host name -I. It will display the default IP address. Next, system related commands generally. How you can come to know that system related commands. How you can come to know the system configuration. So those commands generally. So you name commands generally, which are going to be displaying about the server information. Which are going to be displaying about the server information, like OS name and the type of the OS and kernel version and as well as hardware type. See, what is the kernel generally? What is the importance of the kernel? So kernel is the heart of the OS generally, which is providing the interface in between the user and as well as the hardware, in between the shell and as well as the hardware devices, right? So who are going
Yes.
to be interacting with the hardware devices? Kernel only. That is the reason generally we can call it as heart of the OS. Uname-8 is going to be displaying about the server information, complete like type of the OS, kernel version, and hardware type, whether it is a 32-bit or 64-bit operating system. Important interview question: how you can come to know the hardware type, which is 32-bit or 64-bit? Uname space -a generally. This is like a operating system name. This is what host name. This is what kernel version. This is what timestamp, and this is what actually architecture, hardware type. So uname space -m. So this is what actually 32-bit architecture generally. This is what actually
I686 is I686 is what is that
32-bit
exactly?
32-bit OS.
32. Okay.
So if it is a 64-bit OS, it is going to be displaying like this hardware type.
Okay. Mhm. Okay.
That is how it is going to be displaying about the hardware type. Important entry question: how you can come to know whether it is a 32-bit or 64-bit? Otherwise, hardware type.
Uname. Okay.
Uname space -m machine type. Or uname space -r generally it will display about the kernel version.
Kernel version. Okay.
Only kernel version. Uname space -m means it will display the machine type. Otherwise, hardware type. Otherwise, 32-bit or 64-bit. Next, how to
Hyphen
print the
A.
hyphen means they are going to be displaying every information.
Okay.
All. So how to print the Linux version generally? Cat space /etc/red cat space /etc/issue. That one command you can use and you can get the Linux version. Then after that, what I need to do, I want to know about the memory related information generally. To display the memory related information, /proc /meminfo. And how I can able to get to know the CPU related information, /proc CPU info. Cat space. See, this is another way of getting cat space /proc /meminfo. You get the memory related information completely. Okay?
Okay.
Cat space /proc /CPU info. So you'll get the CPU related information, how many CPUs are configured, then what is the CPU model, then everything like CPU related information it is going to be displayed. This is how you are going to be getting the system related information. So then after that, so we are just moving to the other command called who command generally. So who are users generally, that command generally which is used to know the list of users logged into the system. Who space -a and who space -d means it is going to be displaying the dead process in the Linux machine, and who space -q means it has going to be displays how many users generally which are logged into the Linux system, including the usernames and count. Like 3 users or 4 users, how many users you are logged into the Linux system, you want to know the count. So that time you will use the who space -q. Who space -r, it has going to display the current run level. Who space -u generally it lists the users logged in. Who space -v means it has going to be displaying the type of the last reboot time, right? Time of the last
Okay. Okay.
reboot time. See who,
Oh.
otherwise users. Who space hyphen a, both same, all commands same. And who space hyphen d. If there is any dead process, it is going to be displayed. Who space hyphen q.
Okay.
So two users log in, right?
Yeah.
Who space hyphen r. So default run level is what? Default run level 5, right?
Yes.
That is, you can come to know what is the run level later. And who space hyphen u. So it will display the login users information. Who space hyphen d. It will display the system last reboot time. This is about all the
Okay.
core commands generally. Then after that, so how you can execute the more than one command at the same time? Important interview question at Linux console generally. How to execute the multiple commands at the same time generally? PWD, ls, what it is showing? Command not form,
Yeah.
right?
Command not for. Yes.
Generally, what is the syntax? Command 1 semicolon, command 2 semicolon, command 3 semicolon. Like that, how many commands you want, you can specify and execute it. PWD semicolon, ls semicolon, who. See, and I showed how to execute the multiple commands at the same time.
Yeah.
Then after that, what is the run level and what are the types of run levels which are available? See, run level, do you have any idea about the Windows service? Windows
No
service.
idea.
See, generally what will happen, Windows service or run levels, these are the service generally which is automatically starts whenever operating system starts and whenever it is automatically stops whenever the operating system shut down. So,
Okay.
like, what is the run level here? Run level is nothing but generally it is going to be defined what process or what service to run automatically while the system boots up. So, what is the parent run level generally for all those? Slash etc slash init tab. In other words, init is the parent run level. Then how you can come to know the default run level? There are two commands generally. Who space hyphen r or run level generally. So what are the types of run levels which are available here? Total 7 run levels. Let's see here. I just go to over there. Who space hyphen r, right? Current run level
Yes.
5. Otherwise another command you can use. 5. So then what I need to do? Vi space slash etc slash init tab. See, these are the default run levels. How many run levels was there here total?
6, 7.
So what is the default run level?
Default renewal is
Down 5.
5.
See
5.
here,
Yeah. Initial default.
right. So how many types, what are the types of run levels was there? What is the run level and what are the types of run level? Interview question. Then how to know the current run level? That is another interview question.
Okay.
See, let's we see each run level generally. 0 means it is going to be halt or shutting down the system, right? Linux system. Init 0 means all the run level commands which you can able to execute under the root only. Init 0. Init 0 means generally init 0. So small cases only. Okay. Under the root.
Okay.
To alt or shut down the Linux system. And init 1 means the system has going to be boots up into the single user mode. How it would be the DOS similarly like that. System starts into the
Okay.
single user mode. Generally system admin can log into the single user mode. Will do the system activities. Unit 2 means system boots up into the multi-user mode, but without networking support. Right? More than
Yeah. Yeah.
one user login, but without networking support. Unit 3 means generally, so system starts up into the multi-user mode and which supports the networking support, but without GUI desktop, without GUI based desktop like this. with a GUI based, without GUI based desktop like this, like Windows. Okay, like only console only you may get. And init 4 means generally which is unused. Init 5 means system starts up into the multi-user mode with networking support, including the GUI based desktop support. That is the reason default run level is what? 5. Understood?
Yes.
And most of the cases in real time you will get the init 3 only. And init 6 means generally you can reboot or restart the Linux system. Understood?
Yeah.
Let's we see all the commands. I'm shifting to the
Oh, okay.
root
Linux.
root
su Linux. Our user is Linux.
root. Maybe we switch to the root, right? Init 0 I'll execute last because it is going to be shutting down. Init 1 means change into the single user mode, right?
Yeah.
Or I can come to know. It would be like this only. Everything you can
Run
run level or who space I can have. So run level 1, right?
Yeah, run level 1.
See, then I'm shifting to the init 2. In the sense, system boots up into the multi-user mode. In the sense, multi-user multitasking. Right. See, run level 2, right?
Yes.
Then again I'm switch to that init 3. So post space I can have. Where I am run level 3.
Run level 3.
Init 4 unused actually. Init 5 again which comes to the default current run level or default run level. Okay.
Okay. Again, we have to.
Init 6 means it is going to be rebooting the Linux system.
Okay.
Restarting.
Okay. Are you using earphones, or are we good to use headphones, Madhav? I'm using earphones.
No, there is no problem actually. Whatever you're using, but if you're using the headphones means so bit
Good,
comfortable
no?
to use. It's better actually in the sense side noise generally you cannot share actually.
For what? For headsets, right? Headsets is better.
It's better actually. It's quite better for long
Okay, I'll purchase. Mhm.
for long sessions.
For long session. That's what when I shake, no, generally I can't sit idle, right? Just little bit if I move, you are getting disturbance maybe.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now
Right.
it's okay?
Okay. Now,
Okay.
so in middle it is suddenly shifting. Sometimes it has going to be noise is increasing, sometimes decreasing, like that, up and down.
I purchase headset. It's by the way, today only I took the dongle, Airtel dongle postpaid. Immediately I took, and I need to do that. This also headset. It's better.
Okay. Okay. Right. So we have seen all the
Yeah.
run level commands, right?
Yes.
Including the init 0. So that we will able to say at the end. I want to know about the last reboot times. We have the following two commands and the space icon B to know about the last reboot time. Just now I have rebooted, right? Otherwise, it is
Yes.
only last, but I want to know all the reboot times generally. Last space reboot. How many times you did till now? So every time it has going to be displayed. See?
3 times. From
So recent,
starting.
yes, recent time it has recent one it has going to be displaying on the top because Linux it has going to be displaying by default in a ascending order. Understood?
Yeah. Yes.
So this is how you are going to be, knowing about that last reboot times. So then after that, so how you are going to be working with the files and directories. So I'm stopping here because so I cannot complete this one. How you're going to be creating the
Okay.
files and now directories and what are the ways generally. Then this part from these two, that complete Linux part we will complete on the on Sunday. Complete Linux
Sure.
part, including the self-scripting part also.
Sure. Sure.
So unit 0 I can show you. I'm shift to that root. And you can go through, I already sent some material to you, right? Regarding
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
Linux.
You sent correct. You sent many like self scripting also. You sent it. You sent self
Yes,
scripting
yes,
docs also.
yes, because
I,
self-scripting is mandatory these days. At least you have to know how to edit the self-scripting. So,
yeah. Yeah. They are asking about did you write any scripts or something like that.
so that is what I'm talking
And see,
about today.
even they are testing us. They are giving pen and paper. And,
No, at least you have to be tell about the syntaxes. Then they can live, right? If you tell like that I worked with self-scripting means earlier means they can believe.
yes, minimum syntax we have to. Yes.
Uh, so this is about the today's class on Sunday. So we will able to complete the complete Linux stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So today I have introduced all the basic commands, and on the Sunday you will get lot of the commands which regularly uses in our administration part.
Yeah. Sure.
So most of the questions you will get on Sunday. Okay,
Sure, Madhu. Sure.
right. So thank you.
How come we'll,
Mhm.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, go on.
We'll plan a long session on Sunday. Or, how we
Yes,
do
it
it?
is around like that. 2.5 hours I can take and I can complete the Linux part. Then once
Mm.
we'll complete the Linux part, and if you need any practice, then you can go ahead. And
Yeah.
otherwise I can start the WebLogic server installation part setting up.
What? Yes, that's what. Tomorrow, anyhow, I'll be practicing tonight and tomorrow night as well.
Hmm.
And I'll come with all the things that you did, whatever you did. I anyhow have a video,
Yes.
and I'll go through it, and more. I will get back to you on Sunday afternoon. As